Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet?
I love people as I meet them one by one. People are just wonderful as individuals. You see the whole...
My great aspiration, my greatest ambition is to be so good. Now, in that way, I'm tiresome, as I suppose, to live with, because I want to be a fantastic human being.
I am the greatest.
We're not disputing that, Cassius, but how does Sonny Liston feel about it?
He can't feel but one way, and let's take everything I say and like it. Because February the 25th, I'm going to take back my job. I'm the champ. He's no champ. He's a tramp.
When you see men fall, don't laugh. Learn. Learn. Because you're on your way up. And the things that tempt people to fall, you and I are not free from that temptation. Hold on a second. Let me get this right. Yeah. Make sure we good. I'll swap you out. Hold on. What's good? What's good? Happy Friday. Tonight, the open mic is back, 8 o'clock. Tap in. It's going to be a pretty good show. I got returning guests. Always love having them on. I want to talk about this, though. When I got the announcement, I wasn't sure if they were trolling or if it was an actual announcement, like it was the official announcement. Stranger Things is back for the final season. This might just be me. I wish that I could tap into that audience, because I know you out there. There wouldn't have been 5 seasons. There wouldn't have been 4 seasons if it wasn't for the fans and the people who sat and faithfully watched it. I wish I could tap into that audience, because I know, just like me, you are excited for this. I can't wait. I've been waiting, 2 years? It's been 2 years in the making. 2 years. I'm gonna go all the way back to when I first heard about the show. Right? When I first heard about the show, I didn't really care too much for it. I was watching a bunch of skits, watching a bunch of TV shows that somehow found a way to include the whole title in their act or whatever the hell you want to call it. I never watched it. I just didn't see the point. But you know how it goes when you hear enough people going on and on and on about it. It's like, well, all right, I need to go ahead and find out for myself. I need to know what's the fuss about. Why is everybody so obsessed with this show? So, me personally, when I lock in for something, I lock in for it. I don't watch too much of anything else. I zone in and I binge watch. It'll be my program the entire time I'm in the house. When I leave for work, I stop it wherever I left off at. When I get home, I start it right back from the beginning. I don't watch it from the middle portion. I started from the beginning, go to the end, and I continue that process until I've watched every episode. That's how I work. So, season 1. I enjoyed the concept. The way the characters complemented each other, spot on. I was kind of impatient, but I wasn't, because it felt like it was going to take a long time for there to be a real build up, and until it was like, no, we're going to get directly to it. After watching season 1, I was convinced. I needed more. The whole idea of the upside down, like the earth and the world being like enshrouded, completely dark. It looks just like this, but everything's pretty much abandoned, burnt down. Like, I love the idea of that, the way that the writers and the producers and everyone who conceptually came together to bring this underworld version of Hawkins. It was dope. I love that. To have the son missing, the introduction to 11, it was dope. It was absolutely dope. I don't have no real criticisms for it. To be honest with you, after hearing the announcement, I know I might have to go back from beginning to end. That's just how I am. I want to enjoy this, just, before it's no longer a thing anymore. Because I haven't seen anyone outside of the main character do anything outside of this. And I'm gonna be honest, the Electric State, I think that's what it's called, I didn't like it. I didn't like it one bit. She played in like another version of Sherlock Holmes. I never watched it. Is it just me, or is it some roles are just not for you? Like, when I look at her, I know she can be versatile, but this Electric State movie was not it. And I understand sci-fi. I do like sci-fi and the dystopian stuff, but this wasn't really her best work for me. Just going on a tangent. Skip over this. Season 1 was exceptional. Season 2 jumps in, and they're progressing with the story. It's not all over the place. It's actually evolving. They keep things connected. I can't stand when shows and movies do this. It never makes sense. It never stays on cue with the original story or the original plot. So we bring in a couple of new faces. Season 3 gets heavier. We get the Demogorgons. We get it's so much. If you've seen it, you've seen it. I can't even remember names right now at this point. But it's like, damn, I have binge watched all the seasons. It's not like I only watched it once. I binged watched every season multiple times. It's just like my brain is fried right now because I took a huge break from it. Like I watched it so much that I just haven't watched it, and I haven't watched it in years. Well, I probably watched it here and there, but I haven't watched it in years for real. I'm excited. I'm curious to know if this is going to pick up from where it left off, season 4. Remember, she went blind. She wasn't supposed to survive that, but she did, and she ended up going blind. I wonder if she's going to ever come out of that. I wonder how the graphics are going to look. I wonder how the transition with the gate opening in Hawkins is going to look. How everything is going to kind of just transfer from the Upside Down being in the real Hawkins. There's so much to unpack there. I'm looking forward to this though. I really am. I don't know about anybody else. Do you have faith in this season? Do you think anyone is going to die in this season? Any plot twists? I want to hear from y'all. I'm curious how y'all feel about this. Do you think that this is going to live up to the expectations? I mean, remind you, it's been 2 years. 2 years since this show has been in production. So I could only imagine, like, you could, I know there was like issues with money and they were going on a strike and they had all this going on, but come on, 2 years. Y'all been sitting on this for 2 years. I know something is going to come from this. I just know it. I can't imagine 2 years going by. We get the season and then it's just absolute garbage. I haven't watched a single season that I didn't like. I don't even know if I have a favorite season. I'm good. Legend, I'm good. I don't know. They didn't give an official announcement to when it's supposed to start. They put the trailer up on Netflix. I saw it first on YouTube, but they put it up on Netflix. The trailer looks good, but you know, sometimes the trailer doesn't do its justice to the actual show. The trailer will have all of the best scenes in it, and then when you get to the actual program, it's like, huh? But I'm waiting. I'm waiting on the official announcement. I can only imagine it would have to be somewhere in the summertime, if that. But I got my fingers crossed. I got my fingers crossed. Just off of the strength of how it ended season 4. When season 4 closed off, the town got split in half. The house opened up. They had their dramatic stare out into Hawkins. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to call it. I was kind of hurt. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. I was kind of messed up when my man died, man. He sacrificed himself to save the rest of them so they could get back to the house and get back through the little what's the name? He really I really warmed up to him later on in the show. It's so much. It's so much here. And I don't know why I'm drawing such a blank, because I can see their faces as clear as day. Nancy is looking like she's teetering between her boyfriend and damn, I can't think of names. You know who I'm talking about, though. Hold on. The series been great from the first season and very well done, but they old now from these years of filming. 11. I know. That's the whole thing, bro. That's the whole thing. Is it going to have the same je ne sais quoi? Is 11 still going to be 11? If I'm not mistaken, was she bald? Did she go back bald? No, I don't think she did. I can't recall. This is going to be good. This is going to be good, man. Yeah, I know exactly. You're talking about when they tried to make her look like the kid that she was again. I know that scene where she was face to face with damn, let me hold up, man. Hold up. I let me see something. The drink that had me tripping was how my man came into showing how he ended up being number 1. And that they were actually together the whole time, and she couldn't remember anything. And then when she finally did come to the realization that this is who Vecna is, it was like, oh shit. Now I understand, like, this is someone who knows how to use telepathy. He can control and do things I hold on. Cause I only remember Nancy for some reason. Hold on. Let me see. Boom. All right. So it's 11. It's Mike. Mike is 11's boyfriend. And then Will is the one who was the main star in season 1. He was the one who got snatched up in season 1, and then he was connected to the upside down, the demogorgons and all that. Max did her fucking thing in season 4. It wasn't 11 to me, it was Max. Max showed up and showed out in season 4. I gotta give it to her. Once they brought her in, her personality carried over pretty well with this Lucas. Damn. 11, Mike, Will, Max, Lucas, Dustin. How the hell did I forget these names? Dustin, Steve Harrington, Steve the Hair Harrington. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and revisit all of them. I'm gonna start from the beginning, and then I'm gonna just watch all the way through until we get back to 5. Jim Hopper, Nancy Wheeler, Joyce Byers, the overprotective mom who was constantly in everybody's business. Jonathan, he always came off like weird to me, man. I think it's because he was always high though. I think that's what it was. That man was always high. And so you got Jonathan that wants to break up with Nancy, but he ain't saying shit to her. Nancy is sitting up here reconsidering getting back with Steve. It's I don't know. And then Robin, I thought he was going to hook up with her. He didn't hook up with her. She ended up being gay. They always find a way to include that homosexuality shit in these shows. I don't like that. However, though, her character fits her. Her personality in the show fits her 1000%. There's no you can differentiate her from everybody else. Like if you go through the list of these people, they all had their own person. No one was like the other person, and they brought their own significance and their own importance to their roles. All of them. Nancy, she's the whole I'm independent, I can do everything myself, stubborn, I think I got it all figured out. She was that one. Billy, he was the I got abused as a child. My father wasn't shit, so I'm gonna take out my anger on everybody else. And I believe that was season 3. Season 3 when they went to the mall and they had to fight the fucking I can't remember what that shit was called. Like, that big ass monster that it incorporated all of the citizens of Hawkins into one body, and he had to try to kill the shit. Season 3 wasn't bad. I think my concern for season 5 is that it's not going to directly connect season 1 all the way through, but the evidence suggests that it's going to be just as good as the rest of them. Let me ask you a question. I don't know how well you remember them all. Do you have a favorite season, favorite character? I think for me, season 1 will always be the main one, but anything after that, if I had to pick, it would probably be season 3, then season 4, then season 2, because the friendships that were created in season 2 moving into season 3 made season 3 that much better, in my opinion. But Dustin was funny. Dustin is funny as hell. His girl that he ended up meeting up at the camp. I can't. Matter of fact, is she on here? She should be on here. I didn't even get to her. You got Max, Lucas, Dustin, 11, Mike, Will, Robin, Martin Brenner. Oh yeah, he was 11's biological father. My bad. Erica, Lucas' sister. Murray was cool too. I ain't gonna hold you. Murray is hella cool too. Chrissy, what was that? Season 1, she died. It might have been season 1. I appreciate you, bro. Damn, Barbara died season 1. Bob died in season 2? Yeah, I think that was season 2. And he could have got away. Bob could have got away. His dumb ass. I don't like how they be doing those dramatic pauses and shit. When he got to the exit, they were right there at the door. All he had to do was keep running. Instead, he stops. He has this little pause, and then they pounce on him. I think Bob should have survived a little longer, but that's me personally. I feel bad for Barbara though. Barbara ain't deserve that. Vicky. Why is her name not clicking with me? Damn, you look at these photos right here, man. Don't none of them, they look the same, but they don't look the same. They all look hella old. Like hella old. Argyle. Damn. Officer Powell. Keith, Mayor, Larry. He looked the same. Shit. They had a tight cast. Their entire crew was lit. So I want to know what they're gonna do in season 5. Hopefully everyone is still here, but I got a feeling since this is the last one, there's gonna be a couple of people who don't make it through this, and it's probably gonna be some people's favorites. I got a feeling it's gonna be somebody that y'all like. We'll see though. We'll see. Season 5. I'm waiting on the announcement. I can't wait. When it does come up and they drop it, I'm gonna have to come back and go live and talk about season 5 in its entirety. That's what I'm going to do. Just wanted to talk about it a little bit. I didn't really have an issue with any other seasons, for real. I don't necessarily like how weak they made Will look. And I'm trying to figure out, someone help me with this one. Was Will secretly gay? Was dude coming out the closet? Or is he just overly like sensitive? Because the way that they got that man looking super jealous of Mike and 11's relationship and how he was so clingy, it come off as if he was kind of like, you know what I'm saying? But I could be wrong. I always wondered about that though. At the beginning, like after like season 1 going into season 2, he was the only one who knew how to tap in with all of the little monsters and shit. He was the one who seemed like he had it all figured out. And I thought they were leaning towards building him to be a stronger character, but then you notice like more and more he kind of started coming off a little sweet. I always thought they'd make a kick-ass duo. I did. For whatever reason, they tried to make Mike more on the forefront to be this main tough guy character, and I only can assume it's because he's dating 11. Because really, to be honest with you, I would have had Justin. If it wasn't going to be Mike, I would have had Justin taking a bigger role. Justin seemed more, he had more personality. Mike isn't funny, or he's just like this uptight. He you can tell like they made him and Nancy similar. But yeah, they did Will kind of foul. And Lucas, I rock with Lucas, but you know Lucas was never going to get like a leading role here. He wasn't. But for all intent and purposes, he does do what he's supposed to in the show. I'm not mad at it. I do kind of find it funny how they try to do like the intergender dating, black and white. They had the black and white relationship and they had the lesbian relationship. At least they were heading into that direction with Robin. Why we can't leave all of that out of these movies and these cartoons and shit? Leave all that alone. Just let it be man, woman. We don't need the extra stuff. Damn, I didn't even see if bro was on here. Hold on. Tom Holloway. Damn, they ain't even got him on here. Hold on. What? How? Keith? Is it Keith? Is it Keith? Let me see. I'm really trying to figure out if it's actually him. The guy who was in the band, right? The one that went to the Upside Down with all of them. You know what I'm talking about? He was in like that Devil's Crew. He was like the leader of it. And yeah, I'm trying to figure out if he was actually, I don't see his name on here, and I'm trying to figure out what's his name. Keith. I can't remember if his name was Keith or not. What the hell? How they don't have him on here? I'm not trying to assume it's Keith, but he should be on here. Let me see. Keith. No, it's not Keith. Keith. Oh no, Keith is the guy from the arcade. All right, my bad. He's the guy from the arcade that wanted to date Nancy. All right, that's not who I'm looking for. I'm looking for the other dude, but I don't see him on this list, which is weird because he was a big part of season 4. Hold on. Scroll here one more time. Oh, all right. Eddie Munson. That's his name. Eddie Munson. Yeah. All right. I wasn't tripping. They had him here. I just had to make sure. Okay. Yeah, man. No, season 5. What do you think? Is it going to be good? Is it going to suck? Is it going to be better than what we expected to be? Max is great. I wonder what her role will be on the finale. That's why I was asking, because she's blind now. And if I'm not mistaken, yeah, I might have to watch again, because I'm trying to remember if she woke up out of the coma, but I believe she did, and she's blind, and she won't see again. Yeah, I might have to go back and watch those over. As far as her role, that's a good point. A good question, actually. I don't know. Is Vecna going to come back and try to finish her off? Some tell me they're going to try to kill Lucas off, though, bro. Because Lucas is the black guy. They always kill the black guy off on these joints. For whatever reason, I think he's going to try to save her, and they're going to end up offing him. I don't see Justin getting touched. Dustin, I mean. I don't see Mike getting touched. I definitely don't see Miss Byers getting touched. It's going to be the black guy. It's always the black guy. Season 5 is supposed to give us closure on the questions we already have. They must not bring more questions into play, because that's what I'm thinking. If this is the last season, everything needs to be put out there. There shouldn't be no secrets. There shouldn't be no Q&As afterwards. We shouldn't be left wondering nothing. All of it should be out in the open here. We'll see. I appreciate you for hanging out, brother. Sister, I'm not really. I had to talk about it because I fuck with the show. I don't care. Yeah, I love Stranger Things. I didn't even know about the show until someone put me onto it, and I just got tired of hearing about it, so I watched it, and I was thoroughly impressed. I was pleased with what I was seeing. The writing was on par. Everything from production start to finish was exceptional to me, and I'm looking forward to this one. So I hope they don't disappoint. And on top of that, they got What's that? Friday, another Friday coming out. Yeah, Ice Cube made that official just recently. I don't know when that's supposed to come out, but like I said before, Steve won me over around, I don't know, season 3. Yeah, he started showing up. Actually, he is kind of funny too. Him and Dustin together. Yeah, they funny as hell. I ain't mad at that. And he did jump in the water, go to the other side. Actually, is like with that scene in season 4 when they got on the boat and they rode off to find out like where the gate was, and his dumb ass swam to the bottom of the fucking lake or whatever it was. Better than me, because I'm not doing that shit. And then they took his ass to the upside down. Then everybody, that's when shit started picking up. I was like, oh shit, all right. Everybody jumped in the water after him. Nancy jumped in the water after him. And it was like, all right, we getting somewhere. But I thought he was toast then, because he was the only one over there, and the little bats and shit started eating on him. I thought it was over then. I'm like, damn, they just killed Steve Harrington off. I like the way that they did it. I would have been mad, but it was like I can see that though. I wouldn't have like been disappointed because shit. You know what I'm saying? He decided to swim to the bottom of the lake and touch some shit they shouldn't have touched. And what did you think was going to happen, my nigga? Nah. But they came to help him, and it was like, all right, this is what I'm talking about. Half of them, most of them wasn't even friends for real. They all ended up being tight as hell. And I think that part of what I enjoy about Stranger Things, they might not fuck with each other off camera, but on camera, they were like this. They were really cool. And they supported each other. And they really tried to emphasize friendship and being a nerd and this, that, and the third. I did fuck with that. And I think casting is difficult enough as it is. You can have the greatest effects, you can have the greatest budget, but if the people that you're working with don't really have the same type of vibe that you have, and y'all don't really connect or get along for real, it ain't going to work. Because your objective is to convince me that what you're dealing with is real, and I'm supposed to be invested in your anger and your pain and your excitement and your fear. I'm supposed to be invested in this relationship, this friendship. You have to convince me and sell me on this story that I'll continue to watch. And they did that. They all did a splendid job. So nah, I don't sleep on Steve. I don't sleep on Steve. He's probably one of the few that, how can I say this? Between Steve and Nancy, between Steve and Nancy, I think Steve showed up a lot more. Or he was one of the characters that improved the most over time, because I remembered when 11 had disappeared and she wanted to go find her sister. That's another part of this shit, right? Hear me out. 11 has a sister out there. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't think they're biological though. But she has a sister out there. And she went to go meet up with her, and she was hanging with her. Remember, she was rocking the gothic shit. But her sister was like a thief. And she could manipulate you to see shit that wasn't really there and all that. I want to know if they're going to bring her back. I want to know if they're going to bring her back. Why not? This is the final season. Go out with a bang. Have everybody there. I would love to see them bring her in somehow, some way. That would be hella dope. I'm not really sure if they're going to do it, but, you know, again, like I said, 2 years they've been gone. If it's me, 2 years, I got all this time. I don't want to leave nothing missing. I want to make sure I include everything that I can in this. I forgot about her too. That's why I said I got to rewatch all of this, because I missed so many different portions of every season. She was gone for a little minute. And she's still alive because she got away. 11 decided to go back home because her friends were in trouble. So we'll see. We'll see. I can't remember her name though. They killed her mother. Or no, they ain't. Matter of fact, now that I think about it, did the mom die? Did 11's mother die? I don't remember if she did. I remember her being out. They fried her brain. She couldn't really formulate any real sentences. She was just all over the place, sitting in front of a TV. I don't remember if they killed her though. So I want to say if the mom is still alive, it would be nice to see her get her memory back. But I'm not even going to put too much into that. Because her mom had to have powers too. The dad didn't have the gift. She had it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just stretching it a little too much. Yeah, I know, bro. Same here. I don't know if it was 11. They killed her father. All right, it's coming back. It's coming back to me. Season 4. Season 4. 11 went back with her father to develop her powers so that she can get her memory back. The only way she was going to get her powers back is if she could remember everything. So they kept suspending her in that big ass defamation champ. It's not defamation. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Shit. The tank. They kept showing her shit from her past, and the other guy that was helping her wanted to let her go. The father didn't want to let her go. He didn't think she was ready. But the other guy, the military found out where she was. The military came. They ended up killing him. Mike and the crew drove from where they were all the way to where she was. They grabbed her up. Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. Season 4 had a lot of shit going on. A lot of shit. They did a good job tying in season 1 to season 4. I really wish they wouldn't have shit on Mike. Not Mike, but Will. I wish they wouldn't have made him so soft like that. Because Will saved them from some shit. Yeah. Damn. So you got my man, you got the father gone, the mother is probably gone and not going to appear again. You got Max's brother, he's gone, so you're not going to see him. I think a total, like aside from like the extras, the main focal characters, I hope they do bring back the sister. You got Harper. Harper's cool. This season 5 is going to be really interesting. It really, because I really want to know how they're going to pick up. The last I remember, everybody pulled back up to where 11 and Harper were hiding out. Hugs, kisses, miss you, miss you, miss you. The sky starts to turn gray. The flowers started dying. Everybody does that dramatic walk. They look over to the sky. The ground is beginning to open up. Max is blind. I can't even remember if she ever got out of the bed. Is it going to? I want to know if it's going to pick up from there. Because sometimes when they start a season over, they never pick up from where they left off. They fast forward or do like some remix type shit. I hope they don't do that. Honestly, think that was probably one of the most consistent shows that I've watched. Aside from like Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad was pretty consistent. And Breaking Bad had everything. It did. When you think about the writing, you think about the cast, when you think about the concept and idea, when you think about the character development from the beginning of the show to the ending of it, the contrast and personalities working together, Breaking Bad had all of it. Betrayal, all of it. I still watch it to this day. And I heard a rumor floating around that it might be another one. I don't know. I don't even know how he could have possibly survived that without going to jail. Unless Jesse is going to pick up from where they left off. Stranger Things was a consistent show. And I don't really get invested that much into a lot of these programs, but that one was like that. I don't care what nobody say. They didn't get lazy. Like, if I was to do a Walking Dead stream, I can talk about it here. Summarizing, The Walking Dead was supposed to be what Stranger Things is or Breaking Bad is. And they fucked it up. They killed off too many characters. And they got too many humans involved. The minute they started including more people, it took away from, oh, this is a zombie apocalypse. What happened to being worried about where you're going to eat and where you're going to lay your head at and getting bit? It turned into humans fighting over community and property. You got rid of Rick. You got rid of Carl. You got rid of damn. You got rid of Beth. You got rid of like Herschel. You got rid of like 8 people. The show got watered down. I haven't even watched any of the shit they got now with Rick and Michonne. I don't even know how to get into it. Rick and Michonne got a spinoff. Fucking Daryl got a spinoff. Negan and what's his name got a spinoff. He got snatched up. I don't even know what happened with that. I don't even know if there's any more Walking Dead seasons. They did so much with that show. I'm pissed. They fucked it up so much. Because now what I got to do, I got to watch Daryl Dixon from start to finish. I got to watch the Negan shit from start to finish. I got to watch the Rick and Michonne from start. I got to catch up on all of it. I don't know what's going on with The Walking Dead. So they fell off. But Stranger Things is the most consistent. That's why I'm glad they didn't rush back into dropping season 5. I'm glad they didn't. I'm glad they took as long as they did. What makes me connect with the show more is that it brings back a child in me, scared to have to face the horrors of the world either way. A whole lot of learning ahead, and we figured. I agree. Lucas and Mike and Dustin, they were into Dungeons and Dragons, dressing up for Halloween, trick-or-treating and shit. They were just kids that were into kid things. The modern world would have said they were nerds. No, they weren't. They were just uniquely different, and they had their own style and taste. And that show gave you, like, they were back in the 80s, 70s, the way they dressed. It was simple. You still rode your bikes. It did have a more homely feel. And on top of that, they knew each other's fathers and mothers. They all ate at each other's homes and all that. The parents knew the kids. It's a show, but you can see how it might make you feel a certain way, seeing as how most parents in 2025 in the real world don't know shit about who their kids are around or nothing. You don't have your children's friends over for dinner. You don't know their parents. This show still had an element of innocence to it. I love this post. When you go watch it, I'm gonna tell you, when you go watch it, make sure you're not distracted by anything. You're gonna want to invest. Like, if you got a short attention span, or you don't like you don't like for slow build-ups, just go on and scroll by it. Because this show, it's like a Picasso. It takes a lot of time, but at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, you're gonna be glad you waited on it. I definitely would advise anybody who's never seen it to go watch that. Yeah. My final thoughts, though. Hold on. I was sad when that guy that took 11 in and hid her was killed. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back, because it wasn't Hopper. Hopper is still alive. If you're referring to the older white guy who came and got her when they were on the road and he pulled over the van. Oh, all right, Benny. Yeah. We talking about the same person. Yeah. With him, I don't think he would have necessarily played a big part of season 5 anyway, to be honest with you. I mean, what else was he good at? What else could he do? Her father pretty much is the reason why she got her powers back. So he already fulfilled his purpose. He couldn't have did anything else. And if he would have survived that, I guarantee you number 1 would have ended up killing him anyway. I'm certain of that. You know how if it was a situation where Benny had not done what he was supposed to do within the show and they cut him off when there was potential for more, I would have felt like that too. But it was like, well, shit, he did rescue her from going to jail, and he helped her get her powers back. And he sent for people to look after Nancy and all of them. I mean, I think he did his part. My final thoughts really is just I hope and pray the 2 years wasn't for nothing. Honestly. Imagine being away. You had one of the biggest shows on Netflix. You disappear. And then when you come back, it's absolute garbage. I would be so pissed. And that's how I feel about Friday. Go check out my video on that one. Ice Cube is doing another Friday. And honestly, I don't know. I don't have much faith in Friday. But I do believe that this is going to be a good one. So I appreciate y'all for hanging out. I will be back later, 8 o'clock. The open mic returns. This is for the fans, though, for the Stranger Things fans. I just feel like kicking it with y'all on this. But the virtual open mic returns tonight at 8. I got 3 women pulling up to do their thing. I might read here a little something. This is my review. Y'all have a blessed weekend. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you. I'm out.